right, guys, SBF playoffs are here. It is finally here. We've been waiting for this moment all season long. Game number 1 of the postseason is about to be underway as we're going to watch the NOLA Cayman take on the Virginia Venom. Alongside me, Jeffrey John, in the commentary booth tonight will be Kenneth Michaels.
Yo, yo.
And the Mean Bean Green Machine, Beano.
America. I'm Bean.
No, that's Woodson.
That's right.
All right, and here we go. Venom win the opening tip-off. A lot riding on this game. Venom, they do not own their own first-round draft pick, so they are trying to win this one. The Cayman, these guys recently traded and brought in a whole bunch of pieces. It's now or never for KJ Collins and the Cayman. Kenny, who do you think wins this game and why?
Oh, it's going to be a tough matchup, but it's hard for me not to say the NOLA Cayman. NOLA Cayman have been making some moves, and I really liked the chemistry that we've seen from them at the end of the year so far.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys have been undefeated since picking up KJ Collins and all the trades they made. This Venom squad, they like to make some noise, nearly upsetting multiple teams during the regular season, but they always fall just short, and I kind of expect the same thing tonight. So we've got 2 picks for the Cayman. Bean, who's your pick tonight?
Cayman. And the reason I picked the Cayman is because, you know what? They look like a championship team that the Tornadoes had. I had Prigioni. I had KJ Collins. I had another player on their team. We're hitting the big 3, Jeff.
I mean, and when you had KJ, I remember you played him at small forward. I don't remember, was it during your championship run that KJ played small forward, or was he at power forward?
Nope, he was small forward, and he was putting up monster numbers there.
And here he is playing small forward again, this time for the Cayman, with Derek Walker at the 4. They got big man Vin Woods at the 5. I mean, this is a tall team. They've got 3 7-foot forwards in the starting lineup, surrounded by 2 playmaking guards. Randy Baldwin went to the Talons for a brief moment, and he absolutely balled out. Could you tell us a little bit about Randy Baldwin, since that was your team, Kenny?
Well, Randy Baldwin was an absolutely amazing facilitator. We got him immediately after we traded away Jeffrey John.
And here comes Baldwin!
Woo! And he's got that ability to finish at the rim, too. He's a very similar player to Jeffrey John, just maybe a little bit more polished.
Yeah, I do agree. Jeffrey John's still really raw. I think John gets more assists per game, but almost to his own detriment, as you see Baldwin right there with the ability to score. John would have somehow found a way to pass that shot up. It's just, like I said, to his own downfall at times. And then Prigioni, the former Tornado, right there, gets the left-handed layup to go. Ooh. This guy's a spark plug. If he gets hot, it could be game over. As you see, the Cayman right now are starting out 5 for 5. The thing about the Cayman is they're a defensive team. So if they can get this offense clicking, that could be dangerous. As both teams seem to be shooting really well tonight, as Jack George gets another to go. This is just the play-in round, so this is one and done. This is not the regular tournament yet. This is play-in, so if you lose here, you're out, and there's a slam from Francois.
Ooh.
Offensive explosion. This is fun basketball, something I've been missing during the regular season. Pass over Daniel Fields, just a little too deep. Doesn't take that one.
What'd they do to Prigioni?
Prigioni playing well now. Wright Foreman, the former assassin, with a great opportunity, but then squandered it with a miss. Baldwin finds Prigioni. Prigioni thinking about it. He's looking like he's trying to get it over to that bad man KJ Collins, and he does. KJ down low. Baldwin puts it up and no good. That's the first miss of the night for the NOLA Cayman. Pass down low. There's Vincent with the slam.
Oh, these quick buckets could absolutely kill the Cayman if they're not careful. That's a good way to get by a good defensive team is fast break hustle.
Exactly, and it's interesting to see that it's inside the paint where the Venom are attacking right now, considering the Cayman have 3 7-footers. Prigione's going to pop a 3. That's money.
Ooh.
They all bid on KJ Collins behind the arc, and he finds Francois right open. We've seen something like that since the SBF started. Francois and KJ, former teammates with one another, now teaming up again here in NOLA. That's a power duo that we haven't seen in a long time, but man, they're fantastic, and I love seeing it again. Bench players coming in. Gerald Willis there. Here comes Juan Toscano. Very good scorer for these Venom. Willis driving, open lane, and he throws it down. Venom only down by 5. It's still a ball game. You would kind of expect the Cayman to come out real hot, real motivated, but these Venom, they're not going to go down quietly. Hand off to Braxton, gets it over to Eddie and over to Ricky Cameron. They've got their small ball lineup in. Braxton down low. He's going to pump. He gets his man in the air. What a good move.
Wow.
Gerald Willis not known for his defense there, and you see why. Pass over. Jay Moore had an opportunity. Doesn't take it. Double screen comes. He loses it. Knocks over to Gaffney. Gaffney breakaway slam. He's just going to lay it up and in. Up by 9. Offensive explosion from these Cayman. You can tell they want it. Now, do you guys think the Cayman... Here comes Willis.
Ooh, laid out for that one.
Do you think the Cayman have an actual opportunity to advance far into this tournament?
That's going to be tough, but honestly, if you're a longtime SBF viewer, you know not to rule out KJ Collins in any situation.
That's 100% factual.
I agree.
That is honestly the biggest thing driving me towards saying yes, they could.
Yeah.
I think there's one problem.
What's
When I had KJ, Francois was more of a passer, so KJ was my focal point. KJ in this offense is not. So I think that's not his downfall, but that's just a situation that the Tornadoes put him in, and he thrived in it. I haven't really seen him drive to the basket this game. I don't know. I guess I just remember the old KJ Collins. That was
the
just
old
an
KJ Collins
absolute
is definitely
horror.
gone, and you have to wonder why. The old ball hogging KJ Collins. It's almost like his game evolved, but if this KJ is what the Cayman wanted, it's still a very good. It's still a superstar player.
Oh,
easily.
100%. But I like the ball.
But
ball
I
hog.
do agree with the lack of tenacity from KJ Collins. I could understand your point being with, can KJ lead a team by himself now that he lost his aggression?
No. That's what I'm saying. Now,
And there we have it to end the first quarter. The Virginia Venom down by 5 against the NOLA Cayman. This is SBF playoff basketball. All right, here we go. Bringing it back, the start of the second quarter. As we were saying before the break, Bean made a good point about KJ losing that aggressiveness. The Venom are a team in the management side of things that started out very aggressive when the new owner took over. They've got the Talons first round draft pick this year. They have the Yetis first round draft pick this year. And they have lots of money to spend. Knowing that they have an aggressive GM, what kind of moves do you expect? Do you have any players that you think they will target in free agency, or does either of you have any inside knowledge?
It's tough to predict this early, because you don't know who's going to get overpaid for in free agency. We've got a lot of aggressive teams out there who might be willing to overspend even if they don't have the money. And this draft is going to be tough. We've seen different mock drafts. We've seen rumors of people going and falling out of the top 5 that we thought were guaranteed top 2. This offseason is going to be ridiculous. And I honestly don't know what their game plan is going into it.
Yeah, and the one thing that I will say about the way the Venom have built this squad is this year was a rebuild year. It was a tank year. But they have a good look at some great role players now as they put this team together. They let them all play basketball. And now next year they're going to know who's a steal and who's not. Who do I move on from and who do I keep as a 77 overall free player on my bench? Like John Wright Foreman, Tony Christie, Gerald Willis. Some of these guys that are just playing way above their overall. So now when you have that, and then you add the ability to spend money and the ability to draft 2-star players, I think the Venom could be dangerous.
Yeah, Venom are definitely a candidate for an immediate on the ups kind of team. And it's games like this where it does matter and they're fighting to stay in it, where you can evaluate some of these players and say, hey, this is a big moment and this guy stepped up. Maybe this is going to be a role player for my team going forward.
Absolutely. Like, this team's not throwing because they don't own their own first-round draft pick. They got rid of that. That belongs to the Chupacabras. If they lose this game, that only helps the Chupacabras. There are some teams out there that have publicly admitted to throwing. Cough, cough, Bullfrogs. They have admitted they're trying to throw. They want that number 1 pick. They're setting a lineup. They're not going to play their star players. They're doing all they can to lose the ball game. The Venom, they're not one of those teams. They're not throwing this. They want to win, and it's for the exact reason that you just said. They're scouting their own players. Who's going to be here next season? Who's going to be a part of this rebuild? And who are they moving on from? Nola Caiman, on the other hand, they have no money. They have no draft picks. Let's say they somehow lose to the Venom here. They get bounced this early. What do you do with no money, no draft picks? How do they possibly move forward?
I mean, regardless of what kind of capital they have, draft money, what they do have is they have star power and names. I feel like if you think that you have the correct core, potentially you could just move a piece or 2 around and maybe try to find somebody who fits your scheme better or try to find the right fit, do what you need. For instance, if you're running with 3 big men in your starting lineup, maybe you trade one of those guys for a guard to come off the bench, like an amazing 6th man. Or maybe a forward that does something better that you need as a starter.
Pretty shot there from Baldwin. And that, a couple plays ago, that chase down block from KJ Collins, that's something we didn't see from him in Smashville. So it's refreshing to see him. He was a contender for Defensive Player of the Year this year. He is absolutely stepping up the defensive side of his game. And I partially blame the trade to the Hoop Stars because he went to a team loaded with offensive talent, and they told him, we need you to be more of a role player. We need you to get your teammates involved and play defense. And now that he's back into a spot where they want him to be a superstar, he's still being conservative with this ball. Like a few moments ago, he had a wide open 3. He didn't take it. We got to see KJ Collins take those shots.
Hear me out. I've been thinking. I bet you I know how to get KJ back to his old self.
I mean, when you had KJ Collins, he was a 2-time MVP. So if there's anybody that is equipped to give KJ advice, it is you. So go ahead and give the Cayman your advice.
All right. Now, some people are gonna say that this shouldn't happen, but in my opinion, it should. I know you have Vin Woods. Put Woods on the bench. Put KJ back at power forward, and then put some guy at shooting guard. Now, the only reason I'm saying that is because if you watch this, KJ outside, and now I played him at the small forward, but it was different.
He was more aggressive back then.
Yeah, so if you have him at the small forward, if you have him at the power forward position, though those screens, he's more likely to roll to the basket, so then he'll score, and then hopefully that will give him more motivation to score more to get that intensity back up, and then since he's playing such good defense, that he could be an MVP again.
It's not a bad idea, basically saying KJ would thrive in a pick and roll and then coming from the bottom of the court, playing more inside the arc rather than outside. I think that's a really good point, and it could help. And the Venom are on a screaming comeback. They're just 1 point back from the Cayman right now, and they have the ball. They could take the lead with this shot here.
They could, and what I've noticed is just they've had so much hustle to get down the court and keep getting shots up. Even if they're contested, just trying to take advantage of their numbers and try to get fast break points, utilize their speed advantage.
Exactly. They're using the speed advantage, fast break opportunities. These 3 7-footers, they're just not going down the court fast enough. And what a pass from KJ!
Woo!
What a dime! Francois with 14 points already tonight. And I will say this, I have never seen a team that Francois plays for, I've never seen them lose a game if Francois is shooting well. If he is shooting this well, they always win. And another great move from Prigioni at the rim. That's what I'm talking about.
My goodness.
He makes stuff happen. This is scary. The last time I saw Francois Prigioni play like this, he was in Smashville, winning them games alongside KJ, and that was just a lapse of judgment from Derek Walker. Got lost on the pick and roll.
And with Prigioni making it happen on offense, you're able to let KJ stay outside and have those awesome passes like we saw 2 possessions ago.
And here they go. They're going to get it down to KJ in the post.
What did they do to you, buddy?
Pass back. Prigioni, 3 opportunity. That's a in. Prigioni is everywhere.
I think the rules switched. Prigioni got KJ's intensity.
I mean, I saw this type of Prigioni from you when he was in Smashville. He plays like this. It's just not every night do these shots go in. Tonight, they're going in. And he sends Foreman flying and pops another one.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to single-handedly win them this game.
He is taking over right now. Up by 6. We're almost at half. Right, Foreman. He's having a good quarter, too. He gets it back to George. Here comes a pick and roll. Great defense there from Derek Walker. These Cayman, they're hanging tough. 2 seconds left. Foreman going to have to put it up. Right over Prigioni, no good. A chance for the Cayman to score one more time before the half. They go to that man, Francois Prigioni. They're going to give it to him. 5 seconds left. He's going to pop. 3 ball, no good. Rebound, put back. That's good. Vin Woods with the tip in. 8-point lead. Guys, the first game of the SBF playoffs, and this has been fantastic. I cannot wait to see what the rest of the games will have in store for us. As always, you guys never ask for it, but we give it to you anyways. The halftime show is always either brought to you by the Charm City Talents or the Bean Shep Halftime Report. And today, by a vote of 9,000,003 to 7,046,046, the fans have voted on the Charm City Talents Halftime Report. So, Kenny, go ahead.
All right. The Charm City Talons are in a very similar situation to what we were talking about earlier, with not a whole lot of capital, but maybe having a lot of money and not necessarily playing with their own pick. What I mean by that is they're in a similar situation where we don't have our own draft pick this year. We are trying to play to win, even though we did, in fact, trade away most of our roster in order to get better next season. So in a way, yes, we are throwing in the towel, but we have every reason to try to win. So we are setting up to try to beat our matchup, the Dragons. That's going to be a tough one. They are a very good defensive team. They don't really have an offensive player that we have to focus on to shut down because they kind of work just as a unit on offense. They don't have that superstar guy. And that's kind of where you think you'd have your advantage with Dion. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name.
Richmond.
Richmond. I
Your
kept wanting to say
star player is
Richardson.
Dion Richmond.
I keep wanting to call him Richardson. That's my bad. But not having that matchup is going to be tough, and we think we're going to lose. Back to you.
All right, and there's your Charm City Talents halftime report by a 2 million fan vote count. That is what you guys wanted, so we gave it to you. Here we go.
Give the
Prigioni,
people what
he's
they want.
still hot to start the third. Gonna drop it down to Vin. Double team comes. KJ open. Not gonna shoot the three.
Ooh.
He gives it up. Bad offensive execution. Fighting for the balls, Derek Walker.
That's where your 7-footers come into play.
And there's Baldwin open. They don't find him. Vin Woods, though, matched up against the smaller man. And what a great defensive play there from Jack George.
Jack George was left for dead. He had no big men in front of him. The defense was not going to get to him from behind. He just went up and grabbed it. That was great by George.
And I am so disappointed in KJ Collins not taking these shots.
Yeah, that's got to be disappointing to see.
Wins
3
the
seconds,
ball,
though.
1 second. Prigioni puts it up, no good, and here come the Venom.
You have to put him at the power forward position.
Juan Toscano, easy laying. These Venom, they bite first here to start the third quarter. Prigioni takes the double screen. Driving right by Foreman. Euro step, puts it up and no good. The heat is gone. He's starting to miss shots. That's 0 for 2 to start the third. That's not good as he's been all the offense for them. George goes up with it, and that's a block. Vin Woods playing extremely well right now. Here comes Randy Baldwin, the leader of this team as of late. Passing it around, Prigioni ends up with it. Here he comes, double cross under the rim, kick back, Vin. Vin, size advantage. Kicks back, Prigioni loses it, shoots the three. That is no good, and another disappointing series for the Cayman.
You like to see them kicking out on those double teams down low, just not able to execute so far.
And another easy bucket from the Venom.
It is amazing what the Venom are doing, spacing out their big men and still giving themselves lane to the rim.
Prigioni kicks it back to Collins. 10 seconds left. Collins going to have to do something. They need somebody on this Cayman offense to get aggressive. Vin Woods is going to go up and draw the foul.
That's a way to get points.
Yep, I always say it. If you're struggling offensively, the best way to break a cold streak, just go to the free throw line. Some of the best scorers in this league get most of their points from the free throw line. If you're scoring 30% of your points from the free throw line, I think you're playing offense the right way.
Absolutely. Especially when you're as good a free throw shooter as Vin is. Look at that. They're spacing out the Cayman so much. They're able to find those cuts to the rim.
All right, Lion, real quick, check your Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
And I'm back to commentating now. Here comes Braxton Gaffney up top. And there's a quick shot from the Cayman. They're up by 6 now. Here comes Gerald Willis driving and throws it down. 4-point lead for the Cayman. 48-44. Cayman Cider said that this game was going to be a blowout, and instead this is a tough back-and-forth basketball game. But the Cayman have held on to the lead all the way throughout. Here comes Gerald Willis again with another slam. This guy is all over the place.
I'm loving the way he has just been dicing through this Cayman defense.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. You said it too. With the scouting opportunities that they have right now, that's exactly what they're doing, trying to guarantee they get the best role players for their team next season. And I'm thinking Gerald Willis is earning himself a spot on that squad. I know Gerald Willis is earning himself a spot on my squad if I'm able to land him.
I definitely think he's going to... We don't have to worry about this being a guy who's left out in free agency.
And look at that pass over to Tony Christie. Willis showcasing his passing ability too. He is just doing everything, and there's a timeout from the Cayman. Did you think that there was any chance the Cayman would be sweating in the third quarter?
I mean,
Nope.
to their credit, they've managed to maintain control, keep a tiny lead, get up to almost double digits. But man, I was not expecting the Venom to just come out blazing like they are.
What is it about SBF basketball that when we need good games the most, they're here? Opening weekend for SBF was just fantastic. Close game after close game. And here we are, the first postseason game of the year. And you got what should be a blowout, and it turns out to be an incredible close game.
I believe in Iowa.
And I mean, that was definitely on point with what's been happening today. I mean, the NCAA Bracket Challenge is out. It's in the SBF Discord. Guys, go. Take that bracket, fill it out. Post it. It's free points. Come on, get yourself involved.
Get those free points.
If you're struggling to edit it yourself and you don't have the ability to pick the teams and you don't have a computer or a phone that is able to edit that graphic and repost it, just DM me your choices and I'll make the graphic for you. I don't want anybody left out for any reason.
We want to get all those graphics in there.
Randy Baldwin heading to the line now. 2 shots. Nails the first one, puts his team up by 5. Second one. This one's up and good. Baldwin now up by 6. Not Baldwin, the Cayman. Christie shoots the mid-range jumper. That one's no good. Here comes Randy Baldwin. Bean.
Ooh.
Stop participating in the Discord chat for a minute. I'm hearing nothing but ping, like ding, 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 ding. And I don't know if it's going to also be in this game. But I don't want to scrap this game because it's such a good game.
Oh, this game has been phenomenal. It feels just like the Venom should be losing their momentum at any point, and they just don't.
Yeah, I just keep waiting for the Venom to fall apart. Here comes Willis!
And then we just see Willis do that. Now he's hot.
Oh, Willis went 9 for 10. Can I sign Willis now?
Definitely going to be any GMs watching these games will definitely see this, and they're going to have their eyes all over him. And look at it. They go right back to him in the corner. He's going right at Baldwin. Saucing.
They put him in the corner, too.
Here comes Jay Moore, open 3. That rattles in. It's a 1-point ball game. The former Stingray, back in the golden days when the Magic Stingrays were known as the best fast break team in the SBF, Jay Moore was their first-round draft pick and a vital part to their team's success. And what a alley-oop attempt from Baldwin. No good. Here comes the Venom. A chance to take the lead going into the fourth quarter. They get it over to Gerald Willis. Who better to have it in the final seconds to Juan after Baldwin forces him to pick it up. Juan driving, puts it up, mid-range jumper, in and out, no good. The Cayman barely holding on to a 1-point lead. We have an intense basketball game heading into the fourth, and we'll be back in a few moments. All right, and here we go. We're back with the fourth quarter. 7 minutes of basketball remaining. One of these two teams are going to be officially eliminated from Season 5. One of these two teams are about to have their dreams shattered, and that's the lead.
Oh my goodness.
The Venom
What a time
take
to
their
take the first
lead of the game at the beginning of the fourth. The Cayman have to figure it out offensively. Braxton pumps, gets it back to KJ. KJ to Luther. Screens being set. Here comes Gaffney up top. Open for a 3-ball. Bang!
There's an answer back.
The lead. Cayman up by 2. Jack George looking to make a miracle happen. The former Motown baller. They get it over to Jay Moore. He goes up and under. No good.
Ooh, no foul.
Those are the wrong kind of shots. He was looking for a foul there, but you just can't risk it. Backdoor cut for KJ and one.
Wow.
Wow.
Superstar players coming up big in the fourth quarter.
Who else
Gaffney,
but KJ?
dagger 3. KJ, a 3-point play. 6 unanswered points for the Cayman now. Venom still not out of it, down by only 5. Nobody expected them to be here. Why not us? That's their motto. Off a couple screens. Here's Jack George, 3-ball. That's good. Brush it off, Jack.
I think you need Jack George to start getting hot too, because I think they took out Willis for a little bit, trying to save him for the final push.
Here comes Derek Walker, crossing him over, pushing him back. Hook shot, no good. Derek Walker very confident with his handles for a 7-footer. Here comes Jack George. Randy Baldwin playing terrible defense tonight. He's driving right at him and he breaks free. Layup is good.
Wow.
I mean, what is more impressive here? The point guard play for the Venom or the lack of defense from Randy Baldwin? KJ wide open. He doesn't take it, but he goes to the rim. Left-handed layup, no good. Walker and one.
Whew. And I think that comparison to Jeffrey John earlier in the game, I think that's the biggest difference, is you would not see Jeffrey John give up this much defensively.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely an abnormal game for him to give up this much. It has been a horrible night for him defensively, but we knew he wasn't the best defending guard on the court.
And there's George trying a quick 3 of his own. Doesn't get it. Here come the Cayman, a chance to extend it now. Braxton, spin, pumps, right at Jay, doesn't get it, and the rebound for Jay Moore. Corner, Daniel Fields, he pulls mid-range, no good. Tough shot. Daniel Fields not taking the right shots when his team needs him the most. Here comes Francois Prigioni. Has been absolutely ice cold after halftime. Driving right at the defense, lays it up, and it's in.
Whew.
It's a good time to get his first basket after half. They needed him the most right now. And Gerald Willis, in my opinion, needs to come back into this game. Jay Moore, 3-ball. That's deep and good.
Wow.
Wow.
Jay Moore, a dagger to silence this crowd right when they thought they were about to hit a run. Walker wants it down low. He's calling for it. Not going to give it to him. Instead, they get it to Prigioni. To KJ, back to Prigioni. Screens being set. Gaffney wants a 3. The defense right there on him. This is what Daniel Fields is known for. That defensive play right there forcing the miss. key free agent signings coming up big right now for the Venom. George, pass back, Jay Moore. The Venom, a chance to tie it. They get it to Daniel, pumps once. Guarded by Prigioni here. Fields has got the height advantage. Gets it to Thomas. Vincent, 2-pointers in.
Ooh.
My goodness, it's still a tied ball game. The Cayman, they're calling a timeout. Their chemistry is in shambles right now. This team, they can feel it. They can feel the opportunity at an SBF championship just falling out of their hands. They have got to do something, and they've got to do it now. Both of you, now that you've seen this basketball game, who wins it? Bean, starting with you. Who wins this basketball game? Tied 67 points apiece here at the break.
100%. I'm going to go with my Bean curse, and I'm going to say the Cayman.
All right.
All right, I've got to say, is Willis back in yet? If they don't have Willis yet, I got to say it's the Cayman. I can't believe that they don't have the player of the game in with 3 minutes left to go.
Here comes Juan Toscano to take the lead.
My goodness, these Venom will not go away. They've been getting better all game.
The Bean curse.
Uh,
He calls for the Cayman
the
in the Venom
curse
score.
is real, baby.
KJ up top. They need some offense from their star player. Kicks it back, Prigioni. 5 seconds. Prigioni pulls mid-range. That one's in and out. Here come the Venom. Just over 2 minutes to go. This game is about over. George, step back. Back to Juan. The fans are not happy. Right for him, and he puts it up, and it's in.
Wow, 4-point lead. Huge run for the Venom.
Venom
14-5
run. What a run from Virginia. Francois behind the back, crossing over.
Let's go, Venom.
Prigioni up top. 10 seconds. These Cayman have got to answer something back. Alley-oop to Prigioni. That's in. Exactly at the 2-minute mark. Down by 2. Defense has got to tighten up if you're NOLA.
And without Prigioni scoring like he did in the first half, it looks like the Cayman have been pedestrian on offense.
Pass over to Foreman, over to Vincent, back to Fields. 5 seconds left. Here we go. Up with the shot, no good. Fields misses it. Here come the Cayman. Looking to tie it up here. Baldwin, flashy pass to Woods, who misses it and can't grab the rebound. What an easy shot missed from Vin Woods. But there's a steal.
Oh,
Prigioni, he's driving. Had Derek Walker, doesn't find him. And he loses it.
Oh, no.
Back and forth defensive plays. Juan goes up and blocked from KJ. Finn has it. Here come the Cayman. Prigioni, 3-ball. No good, Derek Walker.
Oh!
He throws it down.
wow.
1 minute to
timeout.
go.
Call a timeout. You have to
What
put in your
is
star
happening?
player.
Jack George, spin move, open is Vincent. He throws
There
it down.
it is.
Vincent
Yes!
puts the Venom up by 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Gosh.
This is
What?
going to be an extremely dramatic upset if the Venom can pull this off. The Cayman traded
Is this
everything
the best
to
win in
win
SBF
now.
history? It's the underdog story.
Prigioni lucky they didn't call him on a backcourt there. KJ comes up, sets the screen. Here comes Prigioni. Crossing over. Kick back Baldwin. Open mid-range. That's good. Tied game. Another
Ice
timeout.
cold. Baldwin was going to be the absolute talk of the game if he misses that shot after his poor defensive performance today.
You need to put your best defensive players in right now. The Cayman's defense has been extremely subpar. You need to get a stop. And there's Jay Moore. He's going in. Easy layup.
Oh my.
This
Immediate
Cayman
bucket.
team breaking down on defense tonight. Prigioni finds Baldwin with the layup.
Oh, what is this?
This game has turned into a boxing match as both teams are throwing punches here in the final minute. The switch comes. Shot is up. It's no good. Cayman have it. A chance to end it. Baldwin driving. Kick back. They're going to wind it down. They'd be very smart to drain the clock here, send it into overtime.
Looks like that's the
Prigioni,
game plan.
2-second difference between the shot and the game clock. He steps up, he drives at the rim, lays it up, it's in!
Oh!
Up by 2, the Cayman.
Oh!
3
It's not
seconds
over yet.
away.
It's not over yet.
They have to play defense here. Something they haven't done all night long. Can they stop them? It's inbounded. Jack George. He shoots a 3. It's up. It's no good. The Cayman advance.
Wow!
The Cayman, they hold on. Barely advancing past the Venom. There you have it, everybody. Your game 1 of season 5 is in the books. The Venom are out, and with that, if the Bullfrogs lose their game, the Chupacabras will have the #1 pick in the draft. Lion, Bean, thanks for joining me on commentary. Everybody who watched this, thank you for spending time with us here in the SBF. We enjoy everybody. We will catch you guys all in the next video.